So it's my least favorite day. It's product photography day. Especially because it's like, it's the bags. I don't know what I'm doing for the photos for those. I tried wearing an outfit that, like, you know, if I want to take a shot of the bag over my shoulder or something, it would look neat. I don't know, I just don't like product photography day. It's not enjoyable for me. I do only have the bags to take pictures of, thankfully. But there are 4 different designs, so it's kind of like doing 4 different product photo sets. But yes, it's currently Thursday, January 18th. I didn't film anything over the weekend. We were in Medicine Hat for a funeral, and we got back Sunday evening. And just kind of been taking care of stuff like neglected emails and like some accounting stuff and this and that, and researching some like shipping supply stuff. I also made some stream assets for this Friday stream because it's kind of like a slightly different, slightly special stream. Maybe I'll talk about that more later when I'm doing the voiceover for the painting section of this video, because I finished my opalescent painting, if I'm still keeping that title. I mean, maybe. That's what I think when I look at it. Baby. So very exciting. I worked on that yesterday and I just put in a big chunk of time. I didn't think I was gonna finish it, and then I did. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. And looking at it this morning, I'm like, I still really like it, which is nice. I'm gonna have to use a lint roller now before I do the photos. Kiki. Look at this.
Why, baby, why?
Here's a little teaser. Stay tuned to the end of the video for that painting segment. So I had this plastic sheet on the table to protect it from the paint, and this is just one of my trash bags, but cut open. I did get a protective mat to stay on the table permanently. Right here. It's still in the box, so I'll take that out later, but for the sake of the product photos, I don't want that on there. Hey, no falling over. Hey. Oh my god, I somehow still got paint on the tiny exposed edge. Thank goodness it's oil and I can just rub it off because it's still wet. So the product photos are always square on my website. This is a very long, tall thing, so we'll see how this works out. I'm probably gonna need a ladder. Okay, yeah, I'll just climb up there and get some photos. I'm gonna be using this camera for the photos, so I'll just show you the pictures after.
Down below if you want
Kiki, get down.
Yeah.
So I have half the photos edited, but I'm gonna take a little break. The full body ones are okay, but they're not very crisp because I just took a video and like kept swapping out the bag I was holding and how I was holding it, and then I've just been taking screenshots from the video, so they're not as crisp, but it's just an easy way to take photos of yourself without setting a timer. Well, that's what we have so far.
Okay. Let's open these.
Whoa. It's heavy. This looks like a check. Just quickly double check this is clean. See, I'm not gonna want to get paint on this either, so I'm probably still gonna drape a tarp when I paint, but at the same time, like, maybe it'll just wipe off, you know? If it's oil, if I just make sure I wipe it down every time after every painting session. Oh, that curl is tight on the end. Now it is a little bit big. The length should be near perfect, but the width is an inch too wide. So I could maybe cut it down because I don't really want it overhanging any edges. I might have to trim the corners too because the corners are sharper than the table. I don't know how I feel about that. It'll probably look better once it's fully flattened out, but it's reflective. I don't like the texture of it, like the look. Ew, it's shiny. Ugh. I don't know if this is something I would leave on all the time or not, but I at least need something that I can put on when I do. Wait, but if I take it off, it's gonna be rolled up and then it's not gonna lay flat when I do put it on. Maybe it'll be a permanent installation, we'll see. But I do need to trim it down so that it sits just inside the edge of the table, I think. You know, trim these corners down. There is a bit of overhang on the side, about an inch. And the back as well. So I can trim that down, but it's something. So at the end of my last vlog, I said I was about to do some cleaning and I showed how messy everything is. Well, I thought I would show you the after of how that all went. So first I'll insert that before shot of what this whole area looked like with all my ornament stuff. And here's the after. Whoa. I mean, the table and couch are kind of messy looking a little bit, but you know what? It just looks lived in. And we like having lots of pillows because this couch kind of sucks. Oh, and there's a cute little baby. So one of the tables I moved. It went into the spare bedroom here so I could put stuff under and on it. So that's where the one table went. And now for the before shot of the bedroom. Very messy because all the stuff from the second spare bedroom got thrown in here one day. Here is the after shot. The bed still looks horrific, but look at all the room. Everything was taken out from here. There's just a little bit of stuff in the corner. That's all Christian's stuff, but it's all open. And if we spin around towards the bed, that's where I put my jewelry thing. It needs to be wall mounted at some point. But yeah, and I put that there. So it's acting as a side table for now. So that was the result of the cleaning. Woohoo! And now when our bedroom furniture gets delivered, there's room to put it in here. And if you're wondering where did all that stuff go? Well, a lot of it's in this closet. Just kind of shoved in here. It does need to go elsewhere. The thing is, a lot of this is decorative and I don't really have a spot to put it yet. Yeah, the other stuff I just put in here. So the closet is full of stuff. Yeah, and then some of it got put away elsewhere in the house. Some of it I brought down to the art room and just left it there. So everything's not properly put away, but it's out of the way. Still waiting on the new couch feet. What else is new to update you on? These are still sitting here. I got this little vacuum. These are the ones that are advertised to use on desks, but it's perfect for toast crumbs because I like to make toast here, and then I got crummies here, and I just kind of got sick of souping them into my hand and stuff, and I was like, what if I just... And it works really well for crumbs, so woohoo! I also got some magnets. Whoa! And those are for the art room because I ordered some curtains to go on the wall. I'm gonna hang a pink curtain behind the shelves here. It'll just add a pop of color and help dampen some echo. And I'm gonna use the magnets to just stick it right to the back of the shelves. I feel like I had more stuff to show you or tell you about, but I'm like, stuff's not really here. Oh, I guess there was the mushroom lamp. Oh God. There's this mushroom lamp, which is so cute. It's a night light. And I just have it in here for now. The plan was for it to go in the living room, but I'm like, where would it be visible, really? I totally thought it was a 2-pack when I bought it, but I misread the listing title. It had a very misleading photo, though. I just sat down to do more photo editing, and a delivery was just made. More stuff to show. Woohoo! Olé! I'm trying to actually make progress with decorating and furnishing the house and other stuff. I'll kind of talk a bit more about it later during the painting voiceover, but I've been ordering a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah. So they're a burnt orange terracotta type color to go with, you know, the color scheme I've got going on the main floor here, which is green and burnt orange. Does this count as burnt orange? I don't know. Whatever this is. Terracotta, whatever. And I like the texture of these. Look at that. Very interesting. Oh, this is a laser level. This will help me immensely with my gallery wall, among other things, you know. Oh yeah, okay. This is for my SpongeBob stream this Friday. Oh yeah, and it's reversible. I'll have to wear both sides. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut that off. Even though it has the official SpongeBob logo on it. But can't have that showing. I also got a t-shirt that's just yellow with SpongeBob's face. I was gonna maybe get an actual costume, but there was no estimated delivery date on it and it was like $100. And I was like, you know, let's just do a shirt and a hat. And now the big one. The curtains! I'll have to compare this to my paint swatches because like the photo looked exactly like the paint swatch I want to go with for the walls. And this is 2 pieces. I'm only gonna need 1 to go behind the packing station, but I can hang on to the other one. It could always cover the side of one of my storage shelves if I think it looks too gross looking, like ugly. I can always cover that. And in here we have another tablecloth. So I got another yellow gingham one because the one I have right now, it's on my IKEA calyx cubes and I kind of want to leave it there, but I still want one that I can put over top of my table. So I have a second one. Ooh, what a haul. I'm so excited. You know what? Let's do this right now. The photos can be edited later, and this shouldn't be too long of a project. So, they're not the same. This dusty pink makes this look like a really bright pink. Holy. Like, I mean, it is bright-ish. It's not super muted, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Not all the greens in this room are gonna match, and not all the pinks are gonna match. Do you think these green curtains match this green? No. I mean, it's kind of like the same green, but this one's lighter, you know? Oh, I'm probably gonna have to iron this. I didn't think of that when I was like, this is a quick project. So this is 70 inches wide and my shelves are 72 inches wide. So this should be perfect if I wanted to just hang straight, you know, which I do. I don't need it to billow like a curtain. If I wanted that, I'd probably put up an actual rod and use both of these. But I just want to see with the magnets, because they do have little adhesive strips. Although the reviews say the adhesive's not that strong. I might not use them because, oh god, I'm scared of these. Don't pinch your fingy. Like, let's say the shelf's on this side, just put the magnet on this side and boom. Like, you don't really need the magnet to stick to this. What? I think I just quispied this. Let's turn it down to like a minimum. Well, it's a good thing I have 2 of these, except I just ruined one. And that is why we check the iron temperature before we start ironing. So with a synthetic fabric like this, you're just gonna melt it. Except this temperature physics is not doing anything. I'm never gonna get these creases out if I keep it set to synthetic. I do have a teeny tiny steamer, but I'd have to find a way to hang this and then like steam it tiny section by tiny section. The iron segments are an improvement, but they're still so bad, especially up here. Like, look. Ugh. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is wash and dry it. Time for some show and tell. I just finished editing the photos. So here's Dainty Flowers. For some reason, the yellowness of the bags was not being captured at all. Like the flowers looked fine. How come I can't arrow over? There we go. The flowers looked fine, but the bag looked almost colorless in the background. So I painted over the bag in solid yellow on a separate layer, set the layer to multiply, then reduce the opacity just to give it some color because it was looking weird in the photos for some reason. So yeah, I've got like the view from above. Yeah, this is just a close-up to show the trim and stuff, but I ended up only doing this for 2 of the bags. Because then when you take the shot of the pouch, it's kind of the same thing. So it's a little redundant. But, yeah, pouch shot. And then inside the pouch, folded up. And then a photo of it stuffed and tied shut. And then the standing photos, which are a little blurry. Because it was just a screenshot from the video. But kind of just shows scale, I guess. Because the other photos, there's no sense of scale. So there was me. I didn't do any over-the-shoulder shots because I didn't like the way I was looking in it, and I scrapped that as soon as I attempted it with the first bag. So no over-the-shoulder picture. Here's Santa. Sassy Santa. Looking real good, Santa. Same photos, except not the close-up of the trim. Instead, there's a close-up of the fabric itself. Like, seeing the pattern, I guess. So there's that. And then video game. Strap is a little scrunched, but what can you do? And why, baby, why? Why, baby, why? it's hard getting the color to match between, like, you want the bag color to look consistent, but also the wood would look completely different. Sometimes it's yellowy, sometimes it's reddish, and I had to do so much tweaking. There was a lot of tweaking that went into these. But yeah, that's that. Those are the photos. Yay, they're done. Woohoo! And you might notice my little SpongeBob border. That's for this Friday stream. And I know SpongeBob's been in Fall Guys for a little while now, but I just unlocked him, which is why this is now taking effect, because I made a promise a couple years ago. I don't know exactly how long ago, but the Twitch clip of this moment says 2 years ago on it. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Does it mean it's been at least 2 years? I don't know, but I said if I ever had SpongeBob to Fall Guys, I would start my stream by taking 3 consecutive shots of alcohol. So now I have to pay up on that promise. So that's happening. I mean, it will have already happened by the time you're watching this. So I made that border, and if I go full screen face cam, this is the border, which I kind of had to assemble using various assets. Had to use some smart fill to get this the porthole all the way around. And I also made a little video to play, but I can't play it on here because there's Jellyfish Jam music in there, and it gets a copyright strike, or not a strike, but it just gets demonetized. And so I've uploaded that on the Baylee channel. If you want to see the promo video, I've even got a button for it on my Stream Deck that just, oh wait, I've got a button on my Stream Deck that plays it. So, yeah, I edited this whole thing. Let me just bring it up, actually. Okay, we're gonna mute it. Oh, I probably should hide my face cam too. So it was like the original clip of me making this promise about the shots, and then it switches into an edit after that. It's like, whoa, there's the thing. And then, yeah, just kind of chopped up in fun ways, and Jellyfish Jam overlaid. Kind of fun. And then SpongeBob's like hitting right on these beats. This part worked out so perfectly. You have to go see the video. Go see it on the Baylee channel. And shots, 3 shots.
Bottoms up. And the double laughs.
Yeah, so I spent way too long making that. And yeah, Friday's gonna be fun. I think now I'm gonna check on that curtain. It's in the dryer now, and I'm gonna see if it's dry. Okay. I mean, it's an improvement, I think. Oh, what the? I also want to somehow attempt my rinky-dinky steamer.
Well, here we are. One last try. If this doesn't work, nothing will.
Where did this big diagonal crease come from? Okay, I did some steaming, then I hung it upside down, did more steaming. I think it's looking a lot better. It's still not perfect, but whatever. Good enough. So this is the front, this is the back. So if I sticky the magnet to this, and then it goes through, I mean, will the sticky reduce the effectiveness of the magnet? I guess I should test how strong it is just with the fabric. Oh yeah. Okay, and if I had this between it. Oh, it's still pretty strong. Okay. So I think we should be fine, because the easiest way to put this up would be if the magnets were already stuck to the fabric. So let's do that. But we're not like relying on the adhesive to hold it up, you know, it's just for the sake of mounting it, and then it's all fine. Oh my god, but you know what's gonna be tough about this? Maybe I don't want to do it this way, because how am I gonna mount this without the magnets sticking to each other? Like, the cloth is gonna go over itself and ah! Okay, also don't mix your used pieces with your not used pieces. How many do I need? Maybe go every second spot? Like, what if I just, they want to stick to each other, so let's just do it, but through the fabric like this. And then I can easily pry it apart when I go to put it up. Yeah. Okay. maybe it is too heavy for the magnets. Like, it felt like it was sticking well for my test, but there wasn't the whole weight of the curtain rod. Okay, so you know how I had a magnet every second grommet? Well, I put magnets between every grommet, but this time I put them in between the metal and the fabric. So we're really relying on the adhesive to stick to the fabric for those ones, but we do have the back ones too to help out. So every second magnet's in the front, every second magnet's in the back. Hopefully that's enough to hold it up. Hopefully Kiki doesn't try to climb this thing. It is looking a little bit dark. I mean, I wanted it kind of muted and everything, but it's looking a little darker than expected. It is a dark corner. I don't have lights up here yet, so that would help brighten it up once I do have lights. It's also nighttime, you know. Once it's daytime, it'll probably look better too. I don't know how I feel about the grommets showing. Maybe I should have hung it upside down because you don't see the bottom because of this shelf here. Okay, I decided we're just doing the flip right away because the longer the adhesive sticks to the fabric, the more it's gonna bond. So let's just do it now, I thought. So I just hot glued these all, and they're all on front side this time. And I still have to peel off these. These actually stuck to the fabric quite well. They didn't stick that well to the magnets though, but I was worried about it sticking to the fabric, but it actually has a great hold. Oh yeah, that's a lot better.
Top is a bit charred, but it has 3 layers of cheese, so.
Looks good.
Holy.
Can you bring a couple spoons, Christian? Oh, I ate way too many nachos. We devoured those while watching The Circle. My fave one, woohoo! And I might just do some tidying. We're gonna be gaming with some friends, maybe play some Jackbox or something. And so, yeah, just gotta make sure I got everything ready to go. Gotta make sure my phone is charged. I mean, I guess I have a plug right here at my computer. Okay, it's the next morning, and I don't like it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't go with that green. It looks really dark. The whole area looks darker because before the light would at least reflect off the wall and back onto the shelves. Now it's just darkness. So I think that project's a bust. I mean, it's still a good idea, but I think I would need to go with a lighter pink than I think I would need, like a pastel pink, you know, baby pink, because then it would look darker once it's back there. So, yeah. One thing I could do is get strip lights and put them on the backs of the shelves, and the light would reflect off the wall, and so I could set it to be pink and it could look pink and it would help brighten up that area. Although the curtains, I mean, they were supposed to be, for one, adding a pop of color, but two, it was supposed to help dampen echo, and so if I just did lights, that wouldn't do anything to dampen echo. But I just don't like how dark the shelves look with a curtain behind it. So I think I'm just going to scrap that idea altogether. I'm not even going to get a lighter color curtain. So, yep, that was a waste of time and money. Although I might put the pink on here. Even though I just bought a second yellow gingham cloth. Okay, I was making product listings and I realized I did not make a photo for the bag bundles. And so I was isolating the bags so that they would be off a background. So I did that for all 4 bags, and when I uploaded the photos to the website, it just looked a little dirty and like it didn't match the rest of the product listing photos. And so instead of the wood background being the default image, it's just a plain white background as the default. And the wood one still is in there. If you scroll through the photos, it's now the last photo. There, so that was originally the main photo for the listing, but it didn't look good in the grid. So just plain white background is now the default. So I've decided to launch the shop this Sunday, which is kind of soon. The new shipping supplies I ordered aren't even here yet. So hopefully what I have is enough to last me. So that'll be the day after this vlog goes up. It'll be noon, MST, you know, the usual. And I guess now let's get on to the painting segment of the vlog. So 2023 has felt very weird for me so far. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But, you know, usually the New Year's like this fresh start and people feel motivated maybe. But then on the other side, there's the people who just feel kind of aimless. And I feel like that's me. I think part of it was all the travel I've been doing lately has just messed with my habits and schedules and stuff. Because Well, we first went to Gravelburg before Christmas, then we drove to Medicine Hat for Christmas. We were home for a little bit, and then we went to Las Vegas for like a late Christmas / family trip, and then came back, and then we were in Medicine Hat again for the funeral. So it's just kind of been all over the place, and it's been good seeing family and whatnot, and the trip to Vegas was really fun, but I just feel like I'm so behind on everything I need to get done. I just feel so unproductive because of it, but it's like, okay, you're not going to be productive while you're not home. But I guess it's just still eating away at me. And I'm like, okay, now you're back. You can get stuff done. And then I'm like, well, what if I just like sit here for a little bit and stare out the window and just do nothing? Like, I think I just needed some time to chill, but at home, But whatever. I still got some things done. It was just sort of random things though. And I decided to write some stuff down the other day. I was like, okay, I'm feeling too aimless, I don't know, like I feel like I have a million things to do and I don't even know where to start. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to figure out what I'm doing in the next month or so. I'm just going to write a few tasks down, like major ones, and those are the things I'll focus on for now. So, first, reopen shop, which I will do very soon. It's tempting to put it off for another week, and then I'm like, no. Like, we're ready. We got the photos. We got the listings. I'm ready. Let's go. So that's happening. I also want to design the next sketchbook cover because I need to order that soon-ish and just start thinking of my next collection because I have the theme figured out, but I need to just start, figuring out what items are going to be in it, what the designs are going to actually be. Like, I know the theme, but I still got to plan it out. So I want to get that sorted within the next month. It's not that the next shop update would be in a month, but I just want to start designing stuff. And then the products will be in whenever they're in because it's not seasonal. I'm not rushing to get it out by a certain date. It'll just happen when it happens, I guess. I also want to do my gallery wall because not only do I need to get stuff done art-wise and for the business, but I need to get back on track with house stuff because I felt really stagnant about that. When we first moved, I was getting so much stuff done. I'm setting up the art room and, we're getting things done. I was decorating the kitchen above the cupboards and stuff. And then I just stopped. And so I want to move forward now with house stuff. So I've been buying a lot of stuff and, we got that bedroom furniture ordered and I've got things like new handles for the kitchen cupboards because the kitchen I feel like is so close to being done. I want new stools to sit at the counter at the island, even though we have perfectly fine working ones, but I want some orange ones like terracotta color and that would mostly finish off the kitchen other than maybe a short curtain along the top window above the patio doors. But it's just like, it's so close to being done. I just want the kitchen to be done. And I've been looking at stuff for the living room. I have some stuff saved, but not ordered yet. Just kind of organizing it all to see what it would look like all together, And so I've ordered some small things for the living room, I guess. But it's just like, okay, time to make some progress. I can't buy everything at once, obviously, but, we're getting there. I'm moving forward with that, which makes my brain feel good. The last thing I wrote down was create some artwork, and I'm kind of been itching to do some surrealism type thing. Like, think of that picture pour artwork. It was kind of weird. I don't know if that's fully surrealism, but it was like this big picture pouring out water, including his cats and the giant fork and spoon. And so I'm just like, I want to do more weird stuff like that, but like also cute, like kind of cottagecore, but kind of surrealism, if that makes sense. So those are the things I'd like to get done in the next month. Reopen the shop, design the next collection, create the gallery wall, and then create some kind of new artwork. Yeah. Because, I can do other doodles and sketches, but I mean like a proper illustration, a complete illustration. And it also feels good at getting this painting done. Like, it's just one of those things that's been sitting unfinished for so long because my last shop updates were both back to back, and it really made progress on this stagnate. So feels good. And now just a few words about the artwork itself before this finishes up. So I added all the stars and sparkles that were in the original sketch. And then for the background, I wanted to add some kind of texture because originally it was supposed to look very opalescent, and it kind of does. But I was like, you know what? Let's just add some splotches with a paintbrush, and I actually really like the way it looks. It felt kind of lazy while I was doing it, but it gave me the effect I wanted. So I really like that. It was also really hard to not smudge stuff while working on this because I added a bunch of white lines that I did not include the footage for. I just didn't film it because there was some Posca pen showing through around the corner, some green Posca pen, and there were some sections in the background that didn't really have a white outline, and so I added that all in. And then I did her eyelashes and stuff. So I was like, okay, don't smudge that. Yeah, I really like the way it turned out. It's kind of simple, yet beautiful. I love it. And I love the pastels, and hope you like it too. Scanning this is going to be awful, but I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.